Let's just jump into it. A lot of you sent me this story and it's really just heartbreaking. This is Mahendra Ahirwar. He's a 13-year-old from India and he's always had a difficult life because he suffers from a very rare condition called congenital myopathy, which makes the muscles in his neck so weak that his head hangs at a 180 degrees angle. His parents has taken him to see numerous doctors, but no one could really help him. Because of this condition, Mahendra was in constant pain, to the point where his parents even admitted that they would rather their son dead than to live and suffer every single day. And of course, kids are very cruel sometimes, so Mahendra was constantly teased and didn't have many friends. But last year in 2015, a good Samaritan named Julie Jones from Liverpool, she set up a GoFundMe campaign and raised over $15,000 so that Mahendra can have life-changing surgery in New Delhi. And the surgery was thought to be a success at the time, but sadly, just 8 months after the operation, Mahendra's mother said he laid down to watch TV one day and passed away. Dr. Krishna, who performed the surgery, said that he was left shocked by Mahendra's sudden death. He said, "For me, the joy and smile on his face when his head stopped sagging was one of the defining moments in my decision to operate on children with neglected and awful spinal disorders." Mahendra was even featured in the documentary The Boy Who Sees Upside Down, which documented his journey to get the surgery. I just want to thank you guys for sending me this story because it definitely put a lot of things in perspective for me. I mean, we all have problems in life, but to see this young man deal with constant pain every single day, to deal with such a significant disability and still be able to just smile and have a really positive outlook on life, that's just really inspiring to me. It's definitely sad to see someone who really just wanted a normal life, a normal youth who just wanted to play with his friends and be looked at as a normal kid. So I hope at least in those 8 months after the surgery, he was able to have that. Next up, this is pretty remarkable. Scientists are on the brinks of being able to cure blindness, and they are able to do this by bypassing the eyes and sending moving images directly to the brain. For the first time ever, doctors have implemented a visual stimulator chip in the brain of a 30-year-old woman who has been blind for 7 years. After the chip was planted, the woman saw flashes of color, lines, and spots that was sent to her through a computer. The next step is for doctors to send footage from a tiny video camera to the brain. So how this would work eventually is the person who is blind will wear glasses fitted with the tiny video camera that sends images to a little computer that is also on the person. The images are then transferred to a receiver implemented on the back of their skull, which sends them to electrodes on the surface of the brain. The electrodes stimulate the neural cells in the visual cortex, enabling the wearer to see. Can I just say that if this works, how awesome is it to actually see something that has been developed by researchers that can help so many people with this disability? I mean, not to be able to see would probably be the one sense I would be most afraid to lose. I'm just kind of wondering, let's say Daredevil can see again utilizing this device. Would he be more powerful because he got another sense back? Or would he be less powerful because his other heightened senses may just fade away? Next, I've covered the topic of mass extinctions before on this channel. And if you don't know, a mass extinction is any event where there is a sudden global spike above the background extinction rate. So far, we have gone through 5 mass extinctions that we know of. The last one happened about 65 million years ago, which was when the dinosaurs got wiped out. But now researchers are saying we are in the middle of a 6th mass extinction. And according to a new report released by the WWF and the Zoological Society of London, by the end of the decade, 7 out of every 10 of the world's mammals, fish, amphibians, reptiles, and birds will have been wiped out. And the cause for this mass extinction is, well, it's us. With our poaching, farming, overfishing, deforestation, us causing climate change, how we dispose of our waste, chemical, and air pollution, we are the root cause of this mass extinction. Next, and this is just super creepy, ghost hunters at the abandoned New Sham Park Hospital in Liverpool were taking a group photo, and one of the photos was taken by host Phil Barron, which showed this. I mean, I've seen some disturbing ghost photos before, but this might be the most terrifying ghost I've ever seen. It looks like a cross between the Blair Witch and the girl from The Rain. According to Mr. Barron, he took the photo on his phone and didn't really think anything of it until it was uploaded by his office. And then, of course, he was getting messages left and right about the creepy figure in the photo. You know, this photo reminds me of this other really famous ghost photo. It's also a ghost that showed up at a group photo shoot, but at least that ghost looked good. I mean, good for a ghost. He's dead, but he doesn't look all demonic, right? But this ghost, I don't know. I think she's smiling. I just hope she didn't follow anyone home. And finally, guys, death, of course, awaits us all. It's kind of sad to think about it, but it's true. And unfortunately, most, if not all of us, will experience the sadness of losing somebody we are close to. But let me ask you, would you consider making the ashes of your loved one into a diamond and wearing them as jewelry? Apparently, there's a company in Switzerland called Algordanza, and what they do is they will compress and superheat your loved one's cremated ashes and turn them into a man-made diamond that can be worn as a ring, necklace, or earrings. This process will cost you around $4,500, and the colors of the diamond you get will vary from white to dark blue, which depends on the boron content of the ashes of the deceased. Okay, not to be gross, and I get that people want their loved ones close to them, but personally, I mean, I couldn't do this because I have this really bad habit of putting any jewelry I'm wearing into my mouth. So I would really like it if what I'm putting into my mouth was not something that used to be, say, my wife. And before you rush off to do this, there is some controversy with this company because some say they're just kind of faking the whole thing. But let's say if this process was real, this company is legit, would you want to do this? And this is not the only deceased transformation company out there. There's also another company. This is a story I did before. This company, what they do is they take the ashes and they somehow mix it with a tree. So they basically grow a tree from the person who died. Just personally, I don't think I would do either one of these things. But let me know what you think. Would you like to transform your loved one into a diamond or maybe a tree or neither? So there you go, guys. In this video, we covered the unfortunate death of Mahendra. A cure for blindness may be on the horizon. Apparently, we're just going around killing everything around us, causing the 6th extinction. The girl from the ring was spotted at an orphanage, and you can now wear your loved ones as jewelry. Alright guys, thank you all so much for watching. If you liked this video, please hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And just a reminder, this Saturday, November 12th, we will have our first ever live chat stream thingy, and that's gonna be over at the Beyond Science Facebook page. So this Saturday, November 12th, 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. These are US times, of course, and I hope to see you there. See you later. Hey guys, it's Mike Chen. Thank you so much for watching Beyond Science News, and let's just jump into it. A lot of you sent me this story, and it's really just heartbreaking. This is Mahendra Ahirwar. He's a 13-year-old from India, and he's always had a difficult life because he suffers from a very rare condition called congenital myopathy, which makes the muscles in his neck so weak that his head hangs at a 180 degrees angle. His parents has taken him to see numerous doctors, but no one could really help him. Because of this condition, Mahendra was in constant pain, to the point where his parents even admitted that they would rather their son dead than to live and suffer every single day. And of course, kids are very cruel sometimes, so Mahendra was constantly teased and didn't have many friends. But last year in 2015, a good Samaritan named Julie Jones from Liverpool, she set up a GoFundMe campaign and raised over $15,000 so that Mahendra can have life-changing surgery in New Delhi. And the surgery was thought to be a success at the time, but sadly, just 8 months after the operation, Mahendra's mother said he lay